In 1978, France introduced its Data Protection Act. Over the years, the Act was amended several times, and in October 2016, the French Digital Republic Bill was enacted. This act preempted the GDPR by modifying provisions of the 1978 Act in relation to data portability, the right to be forgotten, and the increase in the amount of monetary penalties that could be issued. In 2018, the Act was amended once again, this time to implement the GDPR. The Act is regulated by the French Data Protection Authority, CNIL, which regularly issues guidance to assist organizations in their compliance efforts. Most recently, CNIL issued guidance on codes of conduct and binding corporate rules, or BCRs. CNIL also launched an online tool to enable companies to submit BCRs, and a similar tool for codes of conduct is expected to be launched shortly. Other notable guidance from CNIL includes its guidelines on cookies and other online trackers, which was issued as part of its 2019 to 2020 action plan on targeted advertising. In January 2020, CNIL announced that in order to support businesses in the implementation of compliance solutions for collecting consent, it wanted to supplement these guidelines with practical recommendations that reflect the application of the regulations and launched a public consultation in relation to its recommendation on cookies. Indeed, CNIL's guidance covers a wide range of topics such as GDPR compliance, privacy impact assessments, consent, breach notification, anonymization, profiling, and data protection officer appointment. This jurisdiction-specific guidance is particularly important as the GDPR provides for a degree of member state flexibility in relation to some of its provisions, and France has exercised this flexibility in several areas. One such variation is that a data controller must give information to the data subject about the right to specify what will happen to their personal data after their death. In addition to its Data Protection Act, France also has several sector-specific laws and regulations impacting wider compliance and data protection issues. In particular, the Act on Transparency, Fighting Corruption and Modernizing Economic Life, also known as SAPIN II, provides for legal protection and a specific reporting procedure to be followed by whistleblowers. In December 2019, following a public consultation, CNIL also adopted its reference document on the processing of personal data relating to whistleblowing reporting alerts, and which replaced its previous single authorization for whistleblowing systems, AU004. It's also important to highlight that CNIL is an active regulator in its oversight and enforcement of data protection law. For example, CNIL was one of the first European DPAs to issue larger monetary penalties under its new enforcement powers provided to it by the GDPR, including one fine of 50 million euros. More commonly, fines issued by CNIL have ranged from between 10,000 euros to 500,000 euros, and other enforcement actions, such as formal notices, have been taken. To continue researching key compliance requirements in France, use jurisdiction dashboards to quickly access the latest regulatory developments and best practice from leading experts.